Yeah, since children, we have done R.S. Agarwal, we are now going to R.D. Sharma. Remember, if anyone has any doubt in any problem, I will do it here. Long division, simple thing. See that the dividend is in decreasing order, number one, and divisor already will be in decreasing order. When you divide, if you land up with a term which is not there in the previous row, park the term separately. But when you do the subtraction, again, don't keep it separate. Arrange in such a manner that they are again in decreasing order. They are again in decreasing order. That is what we need to follow. Okay, shall we start? Second question बिल्कुल समझा सकते हैं आप बताइए मुझे second question क्या है 4z cube. Okay, hang on. Okay, so 4z cube. Okay, writing after so many days, it's a different experience. Plus 6z square, okay, minus z by negative 1 by 2, negative 1 by 2 z. Okay, nothing to be worried about here. Now you're dividing 4 by half. If you divide 4 by, you have to match it to 4. So we'll take minus 8 out here. If we take minus 8, then minus half into minus 8 gives me positive 4, right? And then we have to match this also. So I would take a negative 8 z square. And you remember, you are dividing what? You are dividing cubic with linear. Quotient has to be quadratic. So check here now. 2 into 8 will give you how much? 4. And negative, negative cancel each other. So how much do we get? 4z cube out here. And then there's nothing else. This is a single divisor. So after that, what do we do? This cancels out. Then we have to get a 6 out here. 6 means we'll use a 12 because this is half. But we will use negative 12. Right? Another way, interesting way to do such problem is you forget this negative and do the division with half if it is irritating you. Then whatever quotient you get, you multiply that with negative 1. It should be the same thing, right? That's a more tricky way. How many of you understood this trick? If you're dividing with minus and you think the minus is causing trouble to you and you're not able to handle it, just divide it with half. Yeah, and then find at the end of the day, whatever quotient you get, you multiply that with minus 1. See, if it was half, I would have taken 8. You got the trick? Okay, anyways, so half into 12 will give me 6. And this is z squared, so I would use a z. So this gives me a plus 6 z square, which again becomes, oh sorry, I should not do it at this step. So I should bring it down. Yeah, 6z cube minus z. So this gives me a 6z cube. And then this is minus cancels. And what do I get? I get negative z. Now negative z and half. So we'll multiply it with what? 2. But this time we'll multiply with positive 2. Positive 2. Then only 2 and 2 will cancel. It will become negative. So it becomes negative z. And then this plus cancels. Remainder is 0. Okay. I'm just sitting a little bit this side, otherwise the board may not be visible to you. Shall we do? Shall we do together? Okay, come. Okay, so can I wipe this one off, children? Okay. So we have the third one is a 9 square y and a minus 6 xy and a 12 xy square. Okay, now here we have an issue. Just check here. If you see the way the terms are arranged, and if you see by degree, then the degree here is 3, the degree here is 2, the degree here is 3. Right? So we have to first arrange it in the right order. This is not the right order. So let's make it in the right order. You can take any 2 degree item first. So let's put 12 xy square and then take our 6xy. And we are dividing it with how much? a negative 3 by 2 xy. So this one I'm deliberately doing by a 3 by 2 xy. The negative I'll adjust with the quotient later. Got it? So just leave some space. So how do you get 9? 9 means, no, 9 means a 3 has to multiply a 3, right? So it should be a 6. If I use a 6 out here, so 6, I'll take a x and the y is already there. No, deliberately I'm not doing minus 3 by 2. मैं इसको कैसे करूंगा देखो, यहाँ पे मैंने थोड़ा जगह लेके लिख दिया 6x, ठीक है? So 6x, correct? So if you do with 6x, then how much is get? 2 cancel 6 as 3. 3 into 3 is 9 and x into s. So we get a 9x square y. No issues about that. And this is cancelling each other, which brings me 12xy square and a minus 6xy down. Now try, think about 12. 3 into 4 gives me 12. The 2 has here, so it will be 8. Very good. So we use a positive 8. Now we already have only a single x here, so we'll just use y. Yes, very good. So this gives me 12xy square, and I put a negative. This cancels off. The negative 6xy comes. It's still same degree, so we're gonna operate it once more. So 3 by 2, I need to get a 6. So 2 into 2, 4. I think 4, but I have to use a negative 4 out here. So it becomes negative 6xy positive, and this cancels 0. Now look, now I'll do the entry. Abhigya, now you see what I do. I had to do it with a negative. You reminded me, right? So I put a negative out here and I put it like this. So my final answer should be what? Negative 6x, negative 8y plus 4. So if the negative bothers you, you do it with the positive and adjust it at last with the negative. It will be the same. And how to get these numbers, which I got very easily. If you're thinking that I'm getting these numbers easily, they're not coming easily. See, I have a 3 by 2. I should multiply it with something that I get how much? I get a 9. X and all we can adjust. Let's look at this step. Interesting. At the first step, I have a 3 by 2. I should multiply it with something that I get a 9. X and Y we can adjust, right? So 3 into how much is 9? 3 into 3 is 9. But this 2 has to be taken care of. So one more 2. Now see, the 2 is cancelling 2. 3 into 3, 9. So how much is this figure totally equaling to? 6. That's how the 6 came. Let's see the next step. I have a 3 by 2. I should multiply it with something that I get how much? 12. 3 into how much is 12? 4. But this 2 is an idiot. I need a, so I put a 2. This thing is nothing but 8. Now the last step. 3 by 2. I need to multiply by something that I get a 6. 3 into how much is 6? 2. You adjust this 2. So this is how much? A 4. That's how you got the 4. That's how you got the 8. And the x and y, I think, crazy, right? You can get that done. You understand? You better understand. Ding, 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 ding. Yo. Yes, Yadu, did you get it now? ये वाला मिटा दो या ये रहे? नहीं, अगले पेज में भी है ना? कहाँ गया? There is, we have kept some more dummy pages. Okay, tell me the fourth one. हाँ, एक बार. बोलो बेटा. 3. हाँ, x cube है. Y square. Yes, ये देख. इसको हमें, we have nothing called negatives and all, so it is not that much dangerous. First, let us check the, what do you call, the degrees. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. 1 plus 1 is 2. तो यहाँ भी हम okay है. तो आओ इसको मिलाते हैं. 3 into 3 is 1. So 1 लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. You have a x cube, so I put a x square, and the y and a y square, so I put a y only. Clear? So I get 3 x cube y square, and then as usual negative, this strikes out, gets me down to x square y plus 15 xy. Are we fine here? Now just check yourself. Okay, यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा हमें, now I have got a 3. I need to multiply it with something that gives me a 2, right? Obviously, that means this 3 has to be killed. And I multiply it with something that gives me a 2. So let's do one thing. Let's first kill this 3. So let's multiply it with something which is having a 3 at denominator. 3 and 3 kill each other. अब 2 को जन्म देना है तो यहाँ पे 2 ले लो. अब 3 ने 3 को काट दिया और 2 बैठ गया. मजा आया. Shall we do it? चलो. So let me put it. So क्या हम उठाएंगे यहाँ पे बेटो? We'll have a 2 by 3 and match it. We have a x square, so we take a x. Y is there. So this gives me a 2x square y. I get a negative out here and 15xy comes down. अब 3 से 15 तो बेटा easy है, कर ही लोगे. 5 or 15xy. That's it. Sunday we have our class in the morning hours, but morning most probably I have to go to hospital for some tests. Yes. Yeah, dividend. Oh, sorry. Dividend should also be in the ascending order, my child. Okay, so hang on, just a minute. Apur, 1 minute, huh? Tell me, beta, which question you want? 7th one. So that's a 3x cube. Then no talking. Then a 4x square. Whenever I'm doing a problem, everybody have a look, because maybe you may also land up on a trouble on this problem. So better to have a watch it. So we have it with x plus 2 upward. It's nothing that you have forgotten, and this is nothing. You have just forgotten the steps. This is nothing complicated. One of the easiest. Okay, everyone have a check. By a binomial, is this in decreasing order? Yes. Dividend is, or divisor is also in decreasing order, right? So we just need to match it. So we'll take 3 and we take a x square. So how much do I get? 3x cube. Now Apur, this 2 has no other option but to multiply with this 3. It will give you how much? 6x square. Just put the square term below the square term. I have a square term out here. So it is a 6x square. Now we change and swap our signs. This goes away. This becomes a negative 2x square, and bring the other things down. Are we fine till here? Okay. Now what do? I multiply. I need to get a negative 2. So I multiply this with what? Negative 2, and need to get an x square. So negative 2x. That gives me negative 2x square. 2 multiplies with the 2x. That's negative 4x. Okay, beta. This plus, this is plus. This cancels away. This becomes 9x plus 18. Linear. One more round of math still on. So let's multiply x with 9. How much do I get? 9x, and 2 multiplied by 9 gives me 18. I swap the signs, cancel each other. My remainder is 0. Okay? It's just that you forgot. This one we did in our last. 6 is easy, Betu. What went wrong with 6?
It's stuck.
Okay, let's see. Can I take this off, Apur? Okay. Let's say 6. Ekaksh. Number 6. 4y square plus 3y plus half. Okay, and this is being divided by 2y plus 1. Okay, so let me move it here. So I think the first 2 terms should be very easy. So we take a 2y, we get a 4y square. 1 multiplies by 2y, so we get a 2y. Change the signs. This y plus half. Now look here, Mitu. You have a 2 already. You need to multiply it with something to get how much? To get 1. No, y plus half. You just need to match this with this. So 2 multiplied by something, that means this 2 should be cancelled. So I take a 2 at the denominator, and so I'll multiply it with half, then I'll get a 1. That means if I multiply this with half, then how much am I getting? Then I get a y. Agreed? And 1 multiplied with half gives me half. After that, I change my signs. Understood, Igash? Problem. So I'm doing it on a clean page. Okay. Can you narrate the problem to me? I don't. Yeah. Tell me. Tell me, children. Okay.
Minus 2x cubed
Okay.
plus 2x squared
Okay.
plus x
Okay.
plus 4.
Plus.
4.
Okay. Just check if I have written everything correct, else we'll land up in garbage. How much? What is the term out on this side?
X squared plus x plus 1.
First, put your check on the degrees. Are the degrees in order, beta? The degrees are in order, right? So we go ahead, x square. So we use a x square out here. So how much do we get? X4, and this makes it a x cube. And 1 and x square is a x square. So this is how much? This is negative 3x cube. And this is positive x square plus x plus 4. Okay? Now what do? We multiply with a negative 3x. So how much do we get? Negative 3x cube. X into negative 3 is negative 3x square. And 1 into 3x is negative 3x. Plus, plus, plus. So this gives me how much? This gives me 4x square plus 4x plus 4, which is pretty fine. I just need to multiply with 4. So this gives me a 4x square plus 4x. That's it. हाँ दिखा रहा हूँ ये आपको ओके है अभी समझ में आया Ryan? That's what I'm see look at the dividend first. It has got a x4, it has got a x square and a 1, so a cube term is missing. Do you get it? So what you can do is that थोड़ा जगह रखो ऐसे problems में. Whenever you see that one of the powers is missing, that power will be born during the process. So let's do this. ठीक है अभी क्या बोलो कितना था? Very good. Okay. Plus 1. And this is being divided by x square plus x plus 1. Right. So let's try to, is it in order? This is in order. This is in order. So we multiply with what beta? X square. We get how much? X4. Now an x cube will be born. Agreed? So I park the x cube here separately. Just park it here. Then 1 multiplies with x square. How much do I get? X square. Now obviously my negatives. I get a negative here, negative here, negative here. This strikes out. Now is the interesting part. Everyone note this point. Look at this problem now. All of you. Now in the next step, you have x square and x square. This is also negative. This also strikes out. X cube is a bigger degree term. So obviously the x cube comes here. And then I have what? A 1. Right? Is the match on? The match is on. Because the degree of the dividend is still higher than the degree. So let's go ahead. X square I should multiply with a negative x. How much do I get? Negative x cube. Now look at the beauty. One more term will be born. X into negative x is a negative x square. So I park it separately. Right? And 1 with an x will give me how much? 1 with negative x will give me negative x. That is also parked separately because even their clan is not present. Now what do? I swap the signs. And if I swap the signs, this goes away. So this becomes x square. No, this is not identity. This is not an identity. So what do? Yeah, so we get a x square plus x plus 1. Then minus, minus, minus. Okay. This you will see in grade 9. This is called a plus b plus c whole square. a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab 2bc plus 2ca.